Good evening and welcome, viewers. You're joining us live here at the red carpet premiere of the College Grand Tour. I'm Ben Bugbee.
And I'm Daisha Gray. Tonight we're reporting from the Benedicta Art Center at the College of St. Benedict in St. Joseph, Minnesota, where history is being made.
That's right, Daisha. Tonight marks an exciting premiere of the exclusive watch party of Amazon Prime's The College Tour episode featuring the College of St. Benedict's and St. John's University.
Indeed, Ben, this spring, CSB and SJU will take the spotlight as the first colleges in Minnesota to be featured on the screens of viewers worldwide.
And what an exciting lineup we have here tonight. The episode, filmed on campus in the fall of 2023, features 10 remarkable Johnnies and alumni sharing their Benny and Johnnie stories, aimed to inspire future generations of Bennies and Johnnies.
Absolutely, Ben. And tonight's event isn't just about watching the show. It's a celebration of community, education, and the spirit of these two prestigious institutions.
Indeed, Daisha, with doors opening shortly for the red carpet entrance, followed by the premiere watch party at 7 p.m. and an after party to cap off the evening. This night will be one to remember.
As the excitement builds here at the red carpet premiere, let's dive deeper into the behind-the-scenes action. I'll be speaking with Corey Piper, who coordinated the extraordinary event.
And I'll have the pleasure of chatting with two students, Ashley Turali and Kobe Forbes, who will share their thoughts on what tonight means for CSB and SJU.
Stay with us as we bring you these exclusive interviews that offer unique perspectives on this historic occasion. You're watching Johnnie Bennie Campus News. Good evening. I'm here with the lovely Miss Corey Piper, Dean of Admissions here at CSB and SJU. How are you doing tonight, Miss Piper?
Oh, is this fabulous or what? I am so excited. This is incredible to have our whole community come together for this great celebration. Is just fantastic.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible to be a part of this historic occasion.
Right. I mean, the first schools in Minnesota to be featured on the college tour. I couldn't be more proud.
Who does it better than CSB and SJU?
Oh, that's right. I love it.
So, Ms. Piper, we have some questions for you that our listening audience would really love to know. What are your expectations for tonight's premiere after the watch party, and what outcomes are you hoping for from this production?
Well, first of all, tonight it's all about celebration. It's all about fun. It's all about showing this amazing episode of our just incredible community. So I'm so excited because tonight's all about us. How we'll use the college tour will be to show off to prospective students and families in their living room, right? When it's on Amazon Prime, they can turn on their TV and watch it big screen. And hopefully it will encourage them to come visit and visit live our beautiful campuses. And not only just for the state of Minnesota, but across the country and internationally. So I can't wait to share this episode literally across the globe.
Such an insightful response, Ms. Piper. And I love that you said that it's all about us, because it is. Tonight is all about us.
Absolutely. I am so proud of us.
Yes. What part of the production process did you enjoy the most?
I have to say, I am in my second season at St. Ben St. John's, so spending 5 days with a film crew around our gorgeous campuses and seeing things with new eyes after my first year was amazing. But the very and most, absolutely hands down, my favorite part are the students. Getting to know not just the cast members of the college tour, but all the students that came out to be in the background and to help with our filming and our production. I am constantly impressed with our Bennies and Johnnies.
We are some incredible people, ladies and gentlemen. Do you envision the admissions utilizing more video testimonials in the future to connect with prospective students?
Absolutely, because the video format is the best way to authentically allow the student to share their experience in their way. And we all know that students don't spend a lot of time reading profiles, but they'll listen to a profile. And be able to see that on our platforms and our socials is just essential.
Yes, we love to see it. And the biggest question of tonight, Ms. Piper, if you had to describe CSB and SJU in just one word, what would it be and why?
Such a great question, such a hard question, because there's so many fabulous words to describe CSB, SJU, but the word that just stays at the top of my mind is authentic. We are authentic people, we're authentic students, we're authentic community, we're authentic at St. Ben's and St. John's, and in this day and age, that's really important.
Thank you so much, Ms. Piper, for taking the time to speak with me. You are doing an absolutely incredible job as our Dean of Admission. We thank you.
Well, thank you, and thank you for this wonderful production.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hello and welcome you all. It is so wonderful to be interviewing some of the stars of tonight's show. With me, we have Ashley and Kobe, and we're going to ask them some really great questions to shed some insight on tonight's evening. And with that, I want to start right away. How did it feel walking into that crowd of flashes and flicks and excitement?
It was a little overwhelming, but definitely super awesome to see all the support.
Yep, I was amazed, but it was worth it, man. I feel like a star, and I'm looking like one.
That's for sure, you two. You both look wonderful. With that, we want to know, tell us some great experiences you've had here at CSB and SJU, and really highlight, what has made this experience on these universities, in these institutions, so memorable?
I would say my favorite experience here was founding the E-Club, better known as the Entrepreneurship Club through the McNeely Center, with some really awesome students and peers of mine.
Yeah, wonderful.
I'd say my best experience was when me and my floor mates, we did our first ever snowball competition. And it was really exciting for me because being from the Bahamas, I never really experienced snow. So it was good. They took me out, and it really highlighted the community here at CSB SJU.
Yeah, how wonderful, Kobe. Sadly, this winter we don't have the opportunity to do those snowball fights, but I'm all right. No shoveling for me, but very good. With that, we want to know, as you both are aware, this is the first university in Minnesota to be interviewed for the college tour. And with that, we want to ask you, how does this speak to the power of St. John's and St. Ben's, having this be the first college in the state to be toured?
I think it shows how well-rounded the students are and how proud we are to be at this school and attending such an awesome university.
Yep. I think it shows that we are small, but we are a mighty institution. Both of us, CSB and SJU, we have produced some of the most well-rounded people that you have ever seen. People in politics, people all around the world, international people going back to the Bahamas. They rebuilt our country, ended racism, brought us into a well-oiled, developing nation.
I love it, absolutely. And obviously, you two are showcasing your grace this evening. My goodness, these smiles, these outfits. I want to ask you one final question, you all. How has this experience altered your time here at St. John's and St. Ben's?
I think let's start with Kobe on this one.
You've gotten the brunt of the questions, haven't you? My goodness. Here we go, Kobe.
Well, besides the stress, I would say it was a stressful time. But besides that, it really showed me how open I am to things. I didn't ever think this would be an opportunity that I would have. I didn't think that I could speak the way I could speak, that I would be like that I fearless, confident, and it just makes me feel strong. It makes me feel like a hero that I'm like representing my school, and like how we're the first two institutions in Minnesota to actually be on this television show. It makes me feel like a hero to represent CSB and SJU, and to know that I might be playing a big part in the new enrollment and hopefully the big enrollment in the coming years.
Yeah, for me, it's really taught me how to overcome obstacles and become really comfortable in my skin. It's who I am as a person.
Mm-hmm. Now, I told them that that's the last question, but you know what? If you know me, I'm full of hot air, and I'm just going to keep going. Now, let's get it. That's right. So I've got to ask you both. You have done such a beautiful job here. The sneak peeks that I've seen have been phenomenal. Look forward to watching this soon. But what I want to know, is this your first time being on the Candid camera?
Yes. That's all.
That's all.
Well, to be on this mainstream platform, yes. But I'm used to being on national debate back home in my country. But this is something out of pocket. I feel like I'm living in a dream. But yeah, this is for right now. This is my very first.
Yeah, we were joking earlier as we were setting up here. You know, you have Entertainment Hollywood. I think right here is Entertainment St. Joe. But absolutely. And I will ask you, this will be my final question for you tonight. But I want to know, as you were going through this experience, how do you think this show will help better shape future Bennies and Johnnies as they decide to come to our great institutions?
It shows our legacy and who we are as a school and as people, and so when other students see that, they'll be able to carry that forward.
I also agree. I believe it shows our legacy. It also highlights the diversity that we have on this campus. That we have Latinx people, we have Black people, international people, Caribbeans. We have them all around. We have different clubs. We have different organizations. We show the curriculum. We show how well developed. We show the nature, the environment would make CSB, SJU, CSB and SJU. And I believe that these are great things that will be coming to show.
Absolutely, to you too, and hopefully it's showing the greatness of all of this campuses, but we know it will be showing the greatness of both of you. Thank you both for joining me here tonight.
Thank you.
Once again, this is Johnnie Bennie Campus News. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us tonight, Corey, Ashley, and Kobe. Your insights into tonight's event have been fantastic and invaluable.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure hearing from you all. Now let's shift gears and welcome our weather correspondent for the Johnnie Bennie Weekend Weather Report.
That's right, Daisha. Joining us now is Landon Monio to give us the latest forecast for the weekend ahead. Over to you, Landon.
Thanks, Ben and Daisha, and welcome back to the Johnnie Bennie Weekend Weather Report. I'm Landon Monio, your weather reporter. Let's dive right in. The forecast for today's red carpet premiere spells R-A-I-N rain, and there's a 90% chance of rain that'll keep up until this evening. The high this Thursday is 46, but with the rain and 15 miles per hour wind speeds, it feels like the high 30s. Speaking of wind speeds, expect gusts of 30 miles per hour. Hang on to your microphones, Ben and Daisha. The warm body of air that has been hovering over Minnesota for the past 2 weeks is finally shifting away, for better or for worse. We'll be experiencing regular temperatures again over the next couple of weeks around the mid to low 30s. This weekend will start off cloudy with a high of 31 degrees on Friday. We can expect a northwest wind of 15 miles per hour. As you head out on Friday night, skies will be mostly cloudy and temperatures will drop down to 21 degrees. Let's take a look at Saturday. Saturday stays at 31 with mostly cloudy skies that will gradually become sunny. There will be a northwestern wind with wind speeds of 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night is partly cloudy with a low of 21 degrees. There will be a southwest wind with speeds of 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we wrap up the weekend, Sunday brings mostly sunny skies with a high near 33 degrees. Expect a western wind at speeds of 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday night turns partly cloudy and temperatures will drop down to 22 degrees. The southwest wind will stay at speeds of 10 miles per hour. The warm front we're having won't lead into next week, with temperatures dropping down to the low 30s with mostly sunny skies and high wind speeds of 10 to 15 miles per hour. Looks like warmer weather is over for now, with this Valentine's Day having a 20% chance of snow. And that's all for this weekend's weather. I'm Landon Monio. This has been your Johnnie Bennie Campus News Weekend Weather Report. Remember to be safe, stay warm, and have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you, Landon, for that wonderful weather update. Always good to know what's in store for the weekend ahead.
Indeed, Landon. Now let's turn our attention to sports. Joining us in the studio are our Johnnie Bennie sports correspondents, Brendan and Chloe.
I'm Brendan Amaris.
And I'm Chloe Moore.
And welcome back to the Johnnie Bennie Sports Roundup, your source for updates on Johnnie and Bennie sports.
Brendan will get us started with CSB hockey, who upset nationally ranked St. Mary's last Saturday.
Bennie hockey shocked the home crowd in Winona last weekend, holding off 14th ranked MIAC powerhouse St. Mary's 2-1. Prior to the upset, the Bennies hadn't beat a ranked opponent since way back in 2016 when they upset St. Thomas. The upset was led by goaltender Kate Moffat, who racked up an outstanding 40 saves on 41 shots faced. Her 97% save percentage was the best on the season in games where the opponent had had 28 shots or more. Both of the Bennies' goals were in the second period. The first came off the stick of sophomore forward Chloe Lewis, and the second goal came with about 6 minutes left when senior Jamie Benzie found junior Shauna Miller for a beautiful backdoor assist. It was Miller's second goal of the season. The Bennies moved to 8-11-2 overall. Next up is St. Olaf at home tomorrow, Friday, February 9th. Now Chloe will give you an update on CSB track and field.
The College of St. Benedict track and field team continued their impressive season at the Gopher Classic last Saturday, February 3rd, as they secured a pair of program top 10 marks, 2 titles, and 16 top 8 finishes. For the 4th consecutive meet, sophomore Jalen Alberg had a personal best and a 3rd best pole vault performance in school history. First-year Sabria Farquharson recorded a personal best of 5.29 meters in the long jump, which ranks tied for 4th all-time at CSB. This performance earned her 3rd place at the Gopher Classic. CSB track and field will return home to host the CSB SJU quad on Saturday, February 10th at Clemens Stadium in Collegeville. Next, Brendan will share what's going on with swim and dive this week.
Benny Swim and Dive had a pair of solid outings at the Gusty Invite and the Dodd Road Diving Invite last weekend. Between the two events, CSB had 18 top 8 finishes. The Gusty Invite was highlighted by a 2nd place finish in the 400-yard freestyle relay. The relay team consisted of freshman Claire Canfield, sophomore Michaela Haskamp, fellow sophomore Rachel Schluter, and senior Emmy Wagner. The group touched the wall after just 3 minutes, 51 seconds, and 9 milliseconds. At the Dodd Road Diving Invite, freshman Elo Kowalczyk finished 5th in the 3-meter dive with a score of 334.10. On another note, congratulations to the entire Benny Swim and Dive team, who were awarded Fall Scholar All-America Team honors by the CSCAA. Now CSB Swim and Dive are preparing for the MIAC Championships next week. Now back to Chloe for a recap of Benny basketball's successful road trip.
St. Ben's went on the road to St. Olaf, winning 72-58. It was all shooting in this one, as 4 Bennies tallied double digits. Senior Carla Meyer scored 15, Lydia Hay scored 14, Sophia Jonas finished with 11, and Kira Young had 10. Junior Sophia Jonas went 3 for 3 behind the arc, tying Ashley Brown with a 107 career lead in 3-pointers for St. Ben's. Carla Meyer recorded her 68th double-double and now has 1,145 career points, putting her 12th all-time in the St. Ben's scoring records. The Bennies will now travel to Gustavus Adolphus College on Saturday at 1 p.m. Next up, we'll stay in the gym with SJU basketball.
Johnnie basketball locked up the MIAC regular season championship outright and secured the top seed for the MIAC playoffs, earning a first round bye and a semifinals home game. They played St. Olaf last night in Sexton Arena, winning 89-69. This is the Johnnies' 11th regular season MIAC title in program history and their 4th in the last 6 seasons. The Johnnies held St. Olaf without a field goal for the game's first 7 minutes and shot 59.3% from the field to build a 45-25 halftime lead. 13 Johnnies put points on the board, led by senior guard Brandon Edelman, who dropped 17. The Johnnies travel to Gustavus Adolphus College for a 3 p.m. tip-off Saturday, February 10th in St. Peter. Now Chloe will share swim and dive news as they creep up on the MIAC Championships.
The Johnnie swimmers wrapped up the 2-day Gustavus Adolphus Challenge last Saturday, February 3rd in St. Peter. Junior Zach Ruoff led SJU with a 2nd place finish in the 50-yard freestyle, clocked at 21.71 seconds. Fellow junior Langston Fillion placed 3rd in the 200-yard butterfly, and classmate Liam Noble touched the wall 4th in the 100-yard backstroke. Freshman diver Cody Watts finished 3rd with a score of 403.40 over 11 dives on the 1-meter board at the Carleton Invitational. St. John's Swim and Dive compete in its final meet before the 2024 MIAC Championships at the 2-day First Chance meet hosted by University of Minnesota this Friday and Saturday, February 9th and 10th. Now back to the rink as Brendan updates you on Johnnie hockey.
Tonight, the Johnnies open their final regular season series in St. Cloud. They're coming off an exciting week, which included a win over St. Mary's and a personal award for sophomore defenseman Michael Spinner. St. John's currently sits at 9-10-4 and 6-7-1 in the MIAC. After falling to St. Mary's last Saturday, February 3rd, SJU took home the win over St. Mary's 4-2. Michael Spinner was named the MIAC Men's Hockey Offensive Player of the Week on Monday, February 5th, for his three-point weekend performance against St. Mary's. After tonight's game at the Herb Brooks National Hockey Center in St. Cloud, St. John's and St. Olaf complete the series tomorrow night in Northfield. The Owls are currently 8-10-3 and sit at 4-6-2 in the MIAC. Next up is SJU Track and Field, whose appearance at the Gopher Classic in Minneapolis was highlighted by a record-breaking performance.
Senior Kevin Arthur smashed away the program record in the 60-meter dash with the 6-second and 79-millisecond sprint at the University of Minnesota. The performance is the second fastest in all of Division III so far this season and put him second on the podium behind the Gophers' Devin Augustine. Arthur's day wasn't over yet, though, as he participated in the 200-meter dash just 2 hours later. He nearly broke SJU's 200-meter record as well, but came just a seventh of a second short. The Johnnies recorded 14 top 8 finishes on the day. They look to bring the momentum back home as they host an invitational on Saturday morning at 11. Now over to Brendan to wrap up this week's sports roundup with Johnnie Wrestling.
Johnnie Wrestling had 4 top 8 finishes at UW Eau Claire's Don Parker Open last Saturday. This was rather impressive, considering they weren't just wrestling against fellow D3 wrestlers, but also some D1 and D2 opponents. Freshman Connor Kruger led the Johnnies with a 7th place finish at the 141-pound weight class. He started his day off in good fashion with a pair of decision victories, but in the quarterfinal he fell to Division I South Dakota State's Avery Allen. Kruger is now 19-8 on the season. Freshman Cody Kwok won the Consolation B heavyweight title and is now 17-9 on the year. The Johnnies host Ridgewater tomorrow night at 7 in the home finale at Sexton Arena for a senior night. That will wrap up this week's Johnnie Bennie Sports Roundup. Good luck to all the Bennies and Johnnies competing this week.
Thanks as always for watching.
Now back to Ben and Daisha on the red carpet.
Thank you, Brendan and Chloe, for your comprehensive sports update. Your insights are invaluable to our viewers.
And with that, we conclude another edition of Johnnie Bennie Campus News.
Thank you all for tuning in. Join us again next week for more campus updates, news highlights, and special reports.
Your continued support means the world to us. Spread the word to your friends so they can stay in the loop with Johnnie Bennie Campus News.
Absolutely. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at CSB SJU_JB Media for even more updates.
I'm Ben Bugbee.
And I'm Taysha Gray.
And we'll see you next week.